Oh, yeah. It's a good jam right there. It's a good jam right there. Don't care what you say. That's right. As I, just noticed, this got shifted over because my keyboard fell. It's like pump up music time, right? Pump up the music. There we go. There we go. Now it's kind of at a more listenable level. Hey, everybody. Oh, I should probably go live on Instagram. That'll probably help. I was holding off because it's you're just playing music, waiting for the what do you call it? The ad break on Twitch, since they like to insert them ads in there. Man, I am beat. I am on the downward slope of energy for the week already. It's Wednesday, and I'm excited about Whiskey Wednesday. I always am, but it's been a heck of a week. What about you? Had a good week so far, hopefully. Well, it's time to sit back, relax, sip on a nice beverage. Doesn't have to be whiskey. I mean, it's Whiskey Wednesday. I'm going to have a whiskey. And we're going to read a really good story tonight, too. We're going to read part of a story from a collection of stories. It's called Push Me by Lonnie Busch. If you can read the text down there. It's good. Oh, it's full of really, really good stories about, life, love. They're all kind of, funny, upbeat. They're just good stories all around. So tonight I'm going to read the very first one. I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, because I want you to go out there and get the book for yourself as well. So here's a little information about the book and the author. I'll just paste in there in the chat for you. And on Instagram, here you go. I'll paste that in there for you so you have it as well. It's a good one. We did this one a while back. Yeah, it was last year when it first debuted, and we ran a little giveaway. We were giving it away for free on the stream. Book's still out there. The book's still good, and we're going to record the demo live, or at least the part that we're going to read tonight, because I don't want to spoil the whole thing, right? I want you to get out there and get the book and read it for yourself. See how it ends, right? So we're at least going to produce the part that I read tonight. So first one's good. I think you're going to enjoy it. I think we read it first last time as well. I picked 2 random stories, and I think I picked the first one last time too. But I actually own a copy of the book, so I don't remember which one I read on the stream, but I think it was the first one as well. But Whiskey Wednesday would not be complete without, oh yeah, having some whiskey. So what are we drinking tonight? Abasolo, it returns. Ooh, that was a good bottle pop right there. Good cork pop. Let me get my, I broke out the Glencairn this time. For all of you that think I don't have them, I have Glencairns. I just like the lowball glass, the Tom Collins, if you will. Those type of glasses, because it's not prone to tipping over, but we'll risk it. Risk it for the biscuit on this one. As they say. I don't know if they say that anymore, but there we go. We're having Abasolo, the El Whiskey de Mexico, because it's interesting. And I wanted something interesting tonight to bring up my spirits by having a spirit. And you know what? That's Abasolo. That's Abasolo right there. I really enjoy this one. It's not just your normal, just sweet whiskey, which I like. Don't get me wrong. I drink a lot of those. But just wanted something with a little bit of extra spice, some notes of pepper and just richness to it. And that is Abasolo for sure. It's definitely not your normal whiskey, and I enjoy it. I encourage you to pick it up if you're a whiskey connoisseur as well. Oh, it tastes so good. It smells really good too. It's supposed to be made from some kind of ancient corn, I guess is what they fermented it from. So a corn whiskey. And it's good. It tastes really good. It's super like complex. I know there's things in there that I'm supposed to be tasting that I'm not. So I'm not even going to try to give you more complex tasting notes, but it's good. It's a good Mexican whiskey. And I've almost finished the entire bottle, which goes to show it's got to be pretty good, right? We did drink a glass every Wednesday on the month of May, celebrating kind of Cinco de Mayo all month. So we did finish quite a bit of it there, but I dipped into it, you know. Disc Golf Show says, at Abasolo Whiskey. Absolutely. Check it out. We're drinking it, and I'm noticing, like, I got, like, water spots on my glass, on my Glencairn glass. It's real professional looking. You know, I'm the one drinking out of it. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yeah. So, good story tonight. Like I said, we're just going to read part of the first story that's in the book. I think there's quite a few stories. Let me see. There's at least, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's at least, no, there's 19 stories in all, if I just read the whole bio on it. And it's on Kindle and paperback as well. So, and there's always sales that go on too. So if you're looking for it to come down to a cheaper, although I will say $4 on Kindle. It's a good, but it's worth the $4. Just pick it up. It's exactly what Disc Golf Show said. Get it. Or get lit. That's what you said. Get lit. Yeah, no, because I have got narration to do tonight. Actually, it's been kind of cool. I've been doing live streams, just trying it out on TikTok. And I will say, if you are a narrator and you want to get in front of a lot more people, TikTok's the way to go. It just is. I'm going to be streaming on there tonight, streaming more of my narration of the second book in the Matt's Magica fantasy series, Light's Shadow. The first one, Tapestry of Shadows, is actually going to be out here in less than 2 days, probably. No, 2 days and some change on hours. But I'm recording the second book right now. If you would like a copy of the first one and you're listening to this, let me know. I have some promo codes. I can hook you up with a free copy. And if you'd like to leave me like a review of, the book, and, as you do, please do that as well. Kind of like why they give us the promo copies, so that we can get them out there, get them to people, and make it easily accessible for them to leave us reviews if they don't mind. So if you're interested in a fantasy novel with a unique magic system and dragons and, adventures, kind of a coming of age thing, a slight bit of romance as one of our characters, Sova, meets a girl and falls in love, young love, if you will. And did I say dragons? There's dragons in it. So if you like that, check it out. Matt's Magica, spelt like Maths Magica if you're not from the UK. It's fantastic. Coming out in 2 days. 2 days, the very first one. That's so good. I'm probably going to finish this before I go downstairs is what's going to happen. Into the booth to do the recording. So tonight, hopefully, Twitch is saying that my stream is unstable. I don't know if that's true or not. It looks to me on like the little mini preview that everything's okay. I will forewarn you though. I had to reinstall some software on the computer I'm streaming from, and my computer downstairs in the booth. So, if something's not working right, or you can't hear me, let me know, and I will fix it. I think we're good. I did a test run, and I think we're okay. I still have the existing problem of I can't hear the music go off to warn us that there's going to be an ad break on Twitch, so I apologize. I will not be stopping for ads. I'm going to power all the way through. If you would like to get a non-interrupted version of the entire stream, not that I would recommend it, because you should only stream on Twitch if you're streaming on Twitch, because they like to suspend people's accounts for mentioning that they have other places that you could watch them on the stream. So I'm definitely not doing that at all, that you could go to youtube.com/@456, just like on Twitch, and get a non-commercial break interrupted version of this, or on Instagram. I didn't say that. Didn't come from me. I think somebody else said it. Wasn't me, though. Just saying. I'm thinking about, I don't know. I'm thinking about maybe doing, instead of Instagram, trying out streaming the Whiskey Wednesdays to TikTok. Or doing both. That'd be the best of both worlds. But then it'd be streaming to 4 different places at once. So we'll see how that goes. In between now and next week, one more little like note before we go into the booth and actually start recording this story by Lonnie Busch. Stuff down below, right there. Look at that stuff. Get the book. This computer I've had for 8 years, and it's on its last legs. I'm getting hard drive failures and all kinds of fun stuff. Hey, meantime for failure on most electronic parts, about 2 to 5 years. I've got 8 out of this one. I think that's pretty good. But I've ordered some replacement parts, so I'll be setting that up between now and next stream. This could mean that there is a potential for some issues. I'm going to try my best to make sure that everything is set up and ready to go. But if next stream I delay it, you'll know why. And I'll let you know. I'll post on here. I found out that you can actually make update videos on Twitch too. So I'll leave one on there. I'll leave one on YouTube. And on my social media, I'll let you guys know if that's going to be a problem. Upgrade indeed, says Disc Golf Show. Also, if you like disc golf for some reason, check out discgolfshow.com or youtube.com/discgolfshow. It's got a really, really good host on there. And then these 2 other guys, I don't know if you care about them, but at least it's got one host that's nails it every time. No, it's great. If you like disc golf, check it out. Okay, I think that's it for the random plugs and random stuff, and the updates to the channel. I'm going to try to get Macabre Monday back up. It's like Mondays really suck for me. There's always something that comes up and I have to cancel the stream. So I'm trying to figure out a way where that doesn't happen, because honestly, Macabre Mondays are super fun. I enjoy them. I read short horror stories and I'm on 2 different podcasts right now where those stories get, massaged and worked and uploaded to those podcasts. And I really, really enjoy it. It's one of my favorite things that I do during the week. Like Whiskey Wednesday. It's something I kind of look forward to, and it sucks when I have to cancel it. So I'm trying to make that happen. Okay. It's not going to happen next week. It's just not going to happen. I'm not even going to try. It's not going to happen. But starting next month, that's my goal. Every single one, we're going to have a Macabre Monday. Okay. I have some stories on backlog I want to share with you all. They're fantastic. So we just got to get to it, right? We just got to get to it. So, pick up the energy. I had a coffee a little bit ago, because after we do the stream, I'm going to be narrating Matt's Magica Book 2. So I got to pick up the energy. I don't know. I'm trying to psych myself up. Come on, whiskey. Help me get there. Okay, I'll save a little for when we come back up, because, we need something to talk about when we come back.
Are you still talking?
Yes, I'm still talking, all right? Just go back to selling propane and let me do my stream. So what I'm going to do real quick, I'm going to put you all on a short little be right back screen. I'm going to physically run downstairs, get into the booth, and then I'll be back with you, okay? So enjoy the tunes. What I should do is, I should have, queued up, an audiobook I produced or something, so you can, listen to that or something. I don't know. Because that would be smart, right? On brand, but you can tell from looking at me, I'm not that smart. But, yeah. Oh, it's upbeat. Love it. Okay. See you in a second. I'll be right back. Promise. Okay, wait a minute. Why isn't this working? Technical difficulties. Okay, that's weird. I can see the PC downstairs, but it doesn't see me. Well, figuring this out. Hold on, hold on. All right, I figured it out. I'll be downstairs in a second. Second. Webcam 1. There we go. Now you should be able to hear me. I hope. Let me pull this down to not this. And then pause that. Then do that. Okay. Can you hear me? I hope so. Because it's going to be real awkward if you can't. Alright, and then I can do this now, and hopefully keep track of this. I can just kind of look down and see chat. I'm going to need to make that bigger, though. Is there a way... Well, I can see it's kind of scrolled up, and then I can just kind of zoom in if I need to. Can I? No. It doesn't register that. Okay, well, we'll deal with it. I'll figure out how to make it bigger if that's the case. So, it looks like as everything like updates. Okay, it looks like you can kind of see my screen. Yeah, it's like the top corner on, yeah, that'll do. You can kind of see what I'm doing on Instagram. And you get a little bit better view on Twitch and YouTube of the actual like recording software. So I put, just so you know, I'm like looking down because I put like an extra little like tiny monitor. It was like $50 that I can plug into my laptop. So it's like an extra monitor down there so I can look down and see chat. I just got to like figure out a better way to make it a little bit bigger for myself. And it looks like we're about to go into an ad break on Twitch. If I can catch it visually, I might be able to stop for ad breaks. No promises. Because when I get going, I get going. You know how it is. All right. Oh, yeah, that's right. So I'm going to be reading this off of my Kindle version, because that's the version that I own tonight. So it's going to be a little awkward for me, but we can roll with it, right? It'll be transparent, basically, for you. All right, I hope I'm coming through. I think by all indications, if I look at, where is it? My streaming, yeah, the waveform is bouncing down here, so I think we're good. I think you can hear me. So if not, let me know. Speak now, or forever hold your peace. What peace should you hold? I don't know. Just hold one of them. Yeah. All right, let's get this bad mamba jamba started. All right. So Lonnie Busch's Push Me, Feisty Stories of Love and Loss is the book that we're reading from tonight. And we're going to do a partial read of this first chapter, or this first story, called The Fate of Ecstasy. It's not what it sounds like. So stay tuned. All right. Let me set up the recording here. Let me do a quick little test. 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 Cool. We are set up and ready to go. Looks like our ad break ends in 47 seconds. So we'll pause just until the beginning of our, or the end of our ad break there, just so that they're on Twitch. You don't get the first part of it cut off on you, because that kind of sucks. And then we'll keep going. This one's good. I think you're all going to like this one. It is not what you think, especially from the very first line. The first sentence is almost like a red herring. Like, oh, is that what we're talking about? No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about this. It's arguably much more interesting. As I tried to enunciate. The Human Torch applied for a bank loan. All right, cool. Ad break is over. Let's start. Cool. The Fate of Ecstasy. Jolene Dermond hadn't planned on destroying ecstasy when she brought her report to our attention. After all, she was from Ecstasy. Almost everyone in the city council remembered her. Spelling champ 3 years straight at Ecstasy Middle School, head of the chess club and debating team at Ecstasy High. She left Ecstasy on a full scholarship, went to a prestigious university on the East Coast, then graduated and started working for a multinational tire company in the R&D department, where, doing research on the tire failure and recycling tire failure and recycling, she discovered that Ecstasy accounted for more flat tires per capita than any other town or city in the U.S. We acted surprised by her findings, even though we knew something had been wrong for quite some time. The gradual proliferation of retail tire outlets over the past decade had not gone unnoticed. It wasn't unusual to pass several cars a day pulled to the shoulder, trunk up, a hubcap full of lug nuts sitting on the ground. We worried about the impact of Jolene's report on tourism. The ancient beauty of the Appalachian Mountains was our big draw. Rafting, hiking, fishing, bringing vacationers to Ecstasy each year, just like a dozen other towns in a 100-mile radius. But if people had to choose between Ecstasy and all the other vacation destinations in the area, well,
why risk a flat tire? We voted to keep the report quiet, appointing a task force to investigate. That's when Aaron Tinkler told us about Glenn Good's Big People. He said Good was an artist and a businessman, and collected enormous fiberglass figures, Muffler Man, Big John, the Uniroyal Gal. Aaron, his right leg pumping under the table like a jackhammer, the way it always did when he was excited about something, told us Good's men stood over 24 feet high. Aaron often brought up topics tangential to the conversation. Aaron always brought up topics tangential to the discussion, but we listened, ready to move on when he threw his hands out as if trying to stop us all from jumping off a cliff. He waved his open palms at us, stating that Good's collection attracted thousands of visitors to Gainesville, Texas every year. Palms at us. What? He waved his... Oh, there we go. Cliff. He waved his open palms at us, stating that Good's collection attracted thousands of visitors to Gainesville, Texas every year. "Don't you get it?" Aaron said. "We could be known for our flat tires." Our eyebrows rose, our curiosity igniting slowly. A giddy pride welled up inside us, a warm little volcano at the pit of our stomachs. No longer would our town's name be fodder for countless puns and jokes, and we'd heard them all. We could distinguish ourselves in a unique and remarkable way, even if it was just flat tires. Over the next few weeks, we brainstormed every day, sometimes long into the evening. The secretary jotted ideas on a yellow legal pad, a gigantic fiberglass sculpture of a flat tire in the town square, new signs at the city limits, ecstasy, Flat Tire Capital of America, a flat tire festival each year with special discounted prices on a set of new rubber, an interactive tire museum, a tire-themed fun park, an enormous tire swing. Creativity was flowing. Ida Landry, our resident author and copywriter, wrote press releases and articles for The Voice of Ecstasy. Brent Flanagan, our very own bodybuilder and fitness guru, ran a series of ads for his gym. Replace that old spare tire around your middle with a new, flat one. Jolene's report had pumped new air into Ecstasy and into the members of the city council. We'd all served in leadership roles in our youth. Head of the student council, prom committee chairperson, president of the glee club, master of ceremonies, protocol officer. But this was different. We were part of something important now, something rare, exciting. It was evident by the new pep in our step. Even our spouses noticed. We didn't just go to lunch, we did lunch. An infectious spontaneity sprang up. We were exercising the right side of our brain, beginning to see ourselves no longer as city officials, but as innovators and promoters, and even, well, artists. The women started wearing sleeveless blouses, tank tops, designer coveralls with backless shoes, and changed their hairstyles. More upflung and frisky. They traded in their fake pearls for colorful, jangling bracelets and toe rings. Some of the men wore leather pants, grew beards and mustaches, and an ear pierced. Some of the men toe rings. Some of the men wore leather pants, grew beards and mustaches, had an ear pierced. Change was sweeping Ecstasy. We were reinventing ourselves. At our meeting, we were reinventing ourselves. Ecstasy. We were reinventing ourselves. At our meetings, we made popcorn in an old-fashioned movie house popper, blew bubbles from those little bottles of soapy liquid, and listened to country music while discussing zoning issues and business permits. We took up hobbies, flying drones, stringing beads, posting on social media. Over the past few years since Jolene's report, Ecstasy had become home to no less than 30 retail tire outlets, not counting the Super Walmart, AutoZone, and the many independent auto repair shops that also sold tires. We were hyped by Jimmy Fallon on The Tonight Show, made the cover of Go, AAA's made the cover Tonight Show. AAA's travel magazine, Tonight Show, made the cover of Go, AAA's travel magazine, and were linked to countless vacation websites. We became a destination. Our status as the flat tire capital attracted a staggering number of sightseers and vacationers, as well as a steady influx of curious risk-takers who believed they could beat the odds and drive home on all four originals. I bumped the table in there somewhere. Believed they could beat the odds and drive home on all four originals. Okay, I don't think I picked it up. Thought it would have. All right. Okay, I think we're good here. Okay, cool. I'm just checking chat real quick. I think we're good. We can keep going. Where are we? On all four originals, right? Yep. Originals. Stores offered ridiculous discounts on tires. Families purchased t-shirts and mugs and postcards. Visitors from all over the world lodged in our motels and hotels and frequented our fine eateries and cafes. Many of us on the city council became entrepreneurs, opening up B&Bs, souvenir shops, and operated street vending pushcarts selling hot dogs, pretzels, and kielbasa sausage. The multinational tire company Jolene worked for built a tire testing facility in Ecstasy, creating over 300 new jobs and numerous opportunities for local businesses. With funds donated by Jolene's employer, we built the Rubber Room, a city block-sized entertainment warehouse with piped-in music, strolling Michelin Man mimes, video game driving video driving games, a tire obstacle course, a go-kart track, the Firestone Pizza Oven Restaurant, and a gift shop. 101 things to do with old tires that sold, among other things, sandals with tread soles and detailed blueprints for building your own self-heating shed from worn-out steel-belted radials. We held tire sculpture competitions at our annual all-weather festival. We talked Glenn Good into selling us a replica of his Uni Royale Gal. And even with the economy off a bit over the past 12 months, it was still a good year, capped off by our Christmas decorations contest, the $500 prize going to Trojan Wheels for their darling Mr. and Mrs. Snowman family, complete with hats and scarves, and made entirely from huge inner tubes spray-painted white. Even under the barrage of accusations and allegations of conspiracy and wrongdoing, neighboring townships blaming our government members for flat tires, claiming we seeded nails and tacks along our streets, Ecstasy flourished. Until last Wednesday, when Otto Fink of Ecstasy Street Crew discovered the source of our undeniable and mysterious good fortune. We had been He had been carrying a tar sack, patching small cracks and holes in the streets near the town center, when he came upon a spike, not much more than an inch or so in height and an 1/8 inch in diameter at its base, protruding from the pavement at the intersection of Boone and Redondo, the busiest streets in Ecstasy, directly under the suspended traffic light. News of the spike got immediate traction. Rival towns, long jealous of our burgeoning success, flooded our little community with local reporters brandishing cameras and microphones, ready to expose the incriminating thorn to the world, set on destroying us. Ecstasy police set up roadblocks, diverting traffic away from Boone and Redondo. They put up yellow crime scene tape around the perimeter of the intersection, winding it around the crosswalk poles on each corner, ordering folks to stay back. Reporters shouted questions. Kids rode up on bicycles, ringing those annoying tiny little bells, and elderly couples who lived in Ecstasy their entire lives huddled close together as if they were witnessing a harbinger of the apocalypse, their ice cream cones dripping down the fronts of their shirts. All of us on the city council were vexed by the curious spike, and well aware of its implications and the potential for embarrassment. But more than that, we were distracted by the noise and hubbub of the ensuing crowds. None of us could think. We voted on the spot to convene in private session at the courthouse. We pushed our way through a throng of onlookers, repeating, "No comments, no comment," slinking like comment, slinking, serpent-like hands clasped in solid comment, slinking serpent-like comment, slinking serpent-like hands clasped in solidarity through the streets. At the courthouse steps, the police parted the sea of bustling, sign-toting rebels, holding them at bay until we were securely inside. We crowded into the elevator. The door slid closed. A hand reached between us from the back and pushed the button. Slid closed. A hand reached between us from the back and pushed the button for the second floor. We stood in silence, aspiring collective. We stood in silence, perspiring collectively, holding our breath. Safely inside the meeting room, we locked the doors, pulled the blinds, ordered pizzas, and 5 1-liter bottles of Diet Coke and a chocolate cream pie from the Cakery Bakery. We tried to remain pleasant and upbeat, calm and organized, logical and intelligent. Humiliating, mortifying. What will I do with all those t-shirts and mugs I just ordered? An outrage. Aliens. Aliens was Cleo Soldier's answer to everything. When methane gas hung over the landfill one year, when thunder rumbled through the skies in the midst of a blizzard, when ecstasy experienced a shortage at the gas pumps. Aliens. We all smiled and tried to remain focused. We have to remove it. We should wait, get more information. What if it's a sign? What information? We'll be laughed out of the state, or worse. A sign of what? It's a prank. Who would do such a thing? We'll be torn apart by the media. High school kids. Aliens. Cleo sat arms folded, chin out, her eyes and hair the color of a thunderstorm. Just then, the pizzas arrived. We hadn't even finished the first pepperoni when our cell phones went off. Mothers and sisters and wives and uncles calling to ascertain our fate, to determine if the town's good fortune was in jeopardy, if we were doomed. They'd been sitting home. Watching their televisions, listening to radios, worried, sick. One council member's grandmother said the little spike was the best thing to ever happen to ecstasy. Someone's nephew claimed that if we removed it, we might as well board up the damn town. Another said the scandal was like a broken nose that would never heal. The chocolate cream pie arrived. I think we will call it there. Tell me rumble at the end, make sure that the chocolate cream pie arrived. Yeah, I don't think I picked it up. Pie arrived. Right at the very end. Arrived. Cream pie arrived. There we go. Got it cut out. Okay, and that was the first story called boop, 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 boop. The Fate of Ecstasy in a collection of short stories by Lonnie Busch called Push Me, Feisty Stories of Love and Loss. So as you can see, just from this very first chapter, it's not kind of what it seems. Like, oh, hadn't planned on destroying ecstasy. Oh, but not the word. The town is called Ecstasy, so I think it's kind of cool. And a lot of the stories have like a nice, cute little twist to them. And they're all good. They're all fantastic, and they're all different. None of them are kind of the same in terms of, like, they're not like the same people or the setting. They all kind of differ in that respect, but they're all really good. So if you enjoyed this one, I highly encourage you to check out the rest. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I get this one pushed here before I forget. Push me raw. I'm going to extract it. There we go. Or export it. And yeah, about 12 minutes for the demo. That's pretty good. About 12 minutes in. There's probably about 12 to 15 minutes left in that story if you were to go and purchase it and read it. So about half. We hit about the halfway point of the story. And I encourage you to check out the ending because it probably doesn't end like you think. So check it out. Good stuff. Fantastic writing by Lonnie Busch. I have read a ton of stuff on Whiskey Wednesday, and this writing is top-notch. Top-notch. It's all like this, and it's fantastic. I love his style. So check it out. I will put us on a brief little pause, run back upstairs, and we'll end this bad mamba jamba, and we'll talk about what's coming next week. See you there in just a second as I power this thing up. Here we go. See you in a minute. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. That was a fun little set of stories, wasn't it? Or, well, a story that we read through there. I really liked it. I enjoyed it. I really like Lonnie Busch stuff. Let me, one more time, put this into chat for you so that you can pick up the book if you're interested and you liked what you heard. Again, thank you so much for everybody that's joined on YouTube, Twitch, and Instagram. Right after this, I'll be live streaming on TikTok, and we're going to be doing a continuation of Matt's Magica, Book 2 in the series called Light Shadow. And it is fantastic. Dragons, magic, coming of age kind of, tons of adventures and that fantasy vibe you really like, and dragons. I know my pitch is the same, but I really like dragons, if you couldn't tell. Because they're cool. And it's got some pretty interesting magic, too. And in the second book, Daniel Georgiev, the author, really goes more into depth about the system of math that's behind the magic. One of the main characters, Sova, he has a unique ability where as magic is being cast, he can see the mathematical equations that form the spells. And if he can remember that formula, he can also cast the spell, which is very unusual in this particular world. So it's pretty interesting, but it goes more into like, he literally gives you an equation and how math is formed and how the magic is formed from that math. It's really cool. I encourage you to check it out. The first book will be available on Spotify and Audible here in 2 days, actually less than 2 days. Let me see. I can get the exact timing for you because it'll be as a countdown timer on, 2 days, 5 hours, 11 minutes, and 32 seconds. You can look it up on Spotify. It's math. Well, it's called Matt's Magica, but if you're from the United States, Math's Magica Tapestry of Shadows. That's how it's spelled. Really good. First one's fantastic. Mr. Georgiev asked me yesterday, like, which one's your favorite, the first one or the second one? It's almost impossible to choose because the first one's like so sentimental and sets up the story, and you learn about the characters and this cool thing that's going on with the dragons and this intrigue. But then the second one goes so much further when we meet these new characters that I really like, and have really kind of grown to love. So, and then there's some upsetting parts of it too, as the story twists and turns. So it's really hard to choose. I guess I'd say the second one by a small margin, but you know, is what it is. Anyways, thank you for joining me for Whiskey Wednesday. If you're on Instagram and YouTube, well, actually, and Twitch tonight, we're just going to call it here. We're going to cut it here. Next Wednesday, the 30th, I believe, we'll be reading Michael Kelso's book, The Misadventures of a Cryptid Hunter. Please tune in for that. It is good. Bigfoot, anybody? I'm a huge Bigfoot fan, right? And it's funny. It's really funny, and I can't wait to bring it all to you. I'll probably be talking about his new upcoming book. It's a zombie book that's actually coming out. I think it might be like a zombie apocalypse kind of book, which, if you haven't read his zombie series, they're fantastic as well. Michael Kelso is a fantastic writer, right up there with our Lonnie Bushes of tonight. The writing style is so good. Just really fantastic writers. I think a lot of people poo-poo on indie writers, and they really shouldn't, because that's where everybody starts, right? So tune into that. Hopefully you enjoyed tonight. This will be up here on YouTube afterwards in the live section. Eventually I'll be splitting these out and putting them onto the main channel so that you can find them a little easier, because the live tab isn't very intuitive. YouTube, fix that, right? But I'll be doing that here soon so that you can get your eyeballs on those as well. And I'd like to every month feature a writer, an author. And I think a good way to do that is to advertise the recording session that we do here on Whiskey Wednesdays, and maybe play a little excerpt, you know, like a minute and 50 seconds or something of the recording to kind of get everybody like, ooh, and intrigued and wondering about it. So anyways, that's coming down the road next Wednesday for sure. It'll be a little earlier though, 1 hour earlier, 5 p.m. PST, so that maybe Mr. Kelso can join us for the narration. If you can't, no biggie, but I'm trying to like push it back an hour to be a little bit more accommodating for schedules. So just an hour earlier, 5 p.m. PST next week on the 30th. I'll see you all there. Can't wait for next Wednesday. I'll see you then. Take care, everybody. Good night.